see what the cards have got in store for us. We get to read this together. What? Say less. Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an absolutely beautiful week as always. This week is the beginning of the month, so that means we are going to be talking all things June TBR. Now, last month we did my TBR prompt cards and that actually worked out really well. And in the sense of it worked out really well, I had a really great time doing it. It was fun, it was nice to switch it up, to do things differently. So I thought we would carry on with that theme this month. I am obviously going to be doing a reading wrap up for you guys, going in detail about all the books that I read in May and how I found things. May is probably been my least favourite reading month of the year so far. And I don't know if that's a reflection of the TBR cards and how the books were picked, or whether it was just a me thing and how I was feeling. I'm thinking it's probably a me thing, thinking that is what's happening there. So I want to give the TBR cards another chance. I want to try and pick out some absolute belters. And fingers crossed that we can bring things back this month. So that being said, grab yourselves a drink, let's get cozy, and let's talk about all the books we want to read in the month of June. Okay, I want to kickstart things off by talking about the book that I think has potential to be the standout read of the month that's already been picked because we are reading it with my book club Paper Dreams over on Fable. And the book that we are reading this month, drumroll, is The Knight and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. First of all, one thing that you should know about me, if you don't already, is that I absolutely love the Shepherd King duology that Rachel Gillig wrote, one of my all-time favourite reads, God tier for sure. And so the fact that we now have got new Rachel Gillig to read, and it's a whole new series, could not be more excited. I am living for the prospect of this book, not to mention the fact that I get to do it with you guys. We get to read this together. Are you kidding me? I was seeing all of the beautiful Fairy Loot editions online everywhere and I was like, they are the most stunning book I think I've probably ever seen. One of the most gorgeous special editions ever. And I didn't want to pay a fortune for one that was being resold on Vinted. So I was like, okay, what other options have we got? And I'd seen the Waterstones one. It's not as pretty, but it's still pretty. I got this off Vinted. It wasn't a fortune. It was just like the regular price that you would normally pay for a Waterstone special edition. I'm excited to hear all your thoughts on Fable and I'm excited to share my thoughts with you guys. It's supposed to have all those classic things that Rachel does so well in terms of the gothic elements, the dark fairy tale, the beautiful prose, and filled with characters that are super vibrant and 3D and all that kind of stuff. So I can't wait to see how this story compares to the Shepherd King duology. Now, I actually don't know too much about this. I was gonna go in blind, but I do just want to read this to you. It says, from TikTok sensation and New York Times bestselling author Rachel Gillig comes a gothic, mist-cloaked tale of a young prophetess who is forced on an impossible quest with the one knight whose future she cannot see. Amazing. I can't wait. I just genuinely have no idea what to expect, apart from gothic, dark, achingly romantic, gorgeous Rachel Gillig dreaminess. This is going to be how I'm starting off the month. Next, let's move on to our creators pick for this month. We are nearly at the halfway point of the year, so this little stack in here is getting small. Without further ado, let's see what book we're going to be reading this month. Here we go. Okay. I'm nervous. Oh, okay, this is Laura's recommendation, Blood of Hercules. So with this one, our FMC has to enter the Spartan War College and claim her birthright, which is immortality. But along the way, there's different things that are happening. There's certain gladiators that are maybe potentially capturing her attention. It's supposed to be sexy, smouldering, funny, but also captivating and a page turner too. I'm excited to see how I get on with this. I don't personally read a lot of Greek mythology, so when you say Spartan War College, I'm immediately intrigued and invested and wanting to know more. It's reeling me in. Let's see how we get on with Blood of Hercules this month. What a great start to our TBR. Now I'm gonna crack out the reading prompt cards and we are gonna dive into these and hopefully pick some new prompts. The thing is, I don't want the same prompts that I got last month. Maybe I'll take out the ones that I got last month so that we don't end up with the same prompts to try and keep things fresh and interesting and get some new picks. Okay, I've taken out all of the ones that we had last month. So let's give these a shuffle and see what's gonna be on the cards in the month of June. Can you guys see those? Yeah. Okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go for this card here. Is it the right way around? What does it say? I'm excited. A book that is the first in a series. Okay, love that for us. A book that is the first in a series. Oh, guys, I have a few options. Let me show you the options and then we can narrow it down from that. These 3 books that are potential options for this prompt, oh my god, they have been giving me the eyes. I've been eyeing them up and I've been like, yeah, I see you. So the first book that I immediately thought of actually was The Road of Bones by Demi Winters. I've heard people say this is incredible. It is Viking fantasy and it is supposed to be a lot of people's 6-star god tier reads. Say less. Say less. And this is book 1 in a series. So this is our first contender, The Curse of Ophelia. But I don't know whether to save this for later on in the year. I don't know whether this is giving more like autumnal, cozy season kind of vibes rather than a summer vibe. So even though this is an option, I think maybe we're gonna leave this for the cooler months. And the other book that I'm potentially thinking about is Jade City by Fonda Lee. And the reason why I'm thinking about this is because I need something that's gonna blow my mind. And maybe something that's a little bit more of a higher kind of fantasy-esque vibe. That could potentially be where I'm going wrong. Maybe I'm just having too many romanticies. And so therefore, I need something that's gonna up the ante. And Jade City feels like it covers all of those bases. That being said, the book that's calling to me for this prompt is Road of Bones by Demi Winters. This is gonna be our next pick for June. Viking fantasy, I need that. I need it like I need air, and I want to know right now whether this is going to be a 5-star read for me too, like it is for all of you guys. So we're going to be diving into this month and I cannot wait. Already those 3 books, they're giving me good vibes. I'm looking at a little stack so far and I'm like, yep, those three sound sensational. So let's keep on with that streak, shall we? Book number 4 on the TBR is going to be, ooh, let's go for this one. Again, I think I'm getting these the wrong way around. A science fiction book. Do I have a science fiction book? Okay, so I don't actually have a science fiction book on my shelf. However, I think I have the perfect solution to this because I have been really wanting to continue with the Red Rising series. Got to book 3 and I paused a little bit. Those first 3, amazing, incredible things. Book 2 and 3 in particular, god tier. Chemistry altering sci-fi magic. And then the next 3 is set a duration of time afterwards. I've heard that book 5 and 6 in the Red Rising series is supposed to be like incredible. I think I'm gonna go for Iron Gold. I think I'm gonna add Iron Gold to my TBR for this month and I'm gonna continue my journey with this series. I cannot wait, and I cannot wait to get to book 5 and book 6 and to see what happens with these characters and to be back in this world. I am excited. So this is gonna be pick 5 for the month. You are calling to me. I'm nervous, this is a long one. A book that is a sequel to one you have read before. Okay, these prompts are actually really good this month. My main concern with this is that I'm not going to remember what happened with any of these books. So we have first of all got A Twist of the Blade, which is book 2 in the Shadows and Crown series. Read book 1 and I absolutely loved it, but I've heard that the rest of the books just absolutely flop off and that they're not that great. It makes me a little bit reluctant to start this. And I know that I love book 1, but I could not for the life of me tell you what happens. Then we have got Chasm by Stacey McEwen. Love book 1, but it's giving winter. I'm thinking probably not this one. And then another option we've got is Veil of Dreams, which is book 2 in the Fae Academy for Spies. Enjoyed book 1. Not really too sure why I haven't picked up book 2 yet, so this could be a contender, but I think the book that I'm actually gonna go for is God of Fury by Irina Kent. This is book 5 in the Legacy of God series, and I have loved every single one of these books so far, and apparently this right here is the the best of the best, makes you feel things you didn't know you were capable of feeling. Oh, yeah, it's an romance. Can't wait. So we're gonna go for this one for that option. And also just because I want to kind of choose books this month that I really think I'm going to enjoy and love to try and give myself the best kind of reading experience. And this, I just feel like I'm going to have the best time. Currently, we don't have any romance palette cleansers on this list, so I wonder whether we are going to get any romance prompts coming up. Okay, coming up next, we have got... thinking over here. The newest book on your shelf. Okay, now this one I am so unbelievably excited for. I'm not sure whether it means like newest release or newest book I've acquired, but either way, this book I think will fit perfectly for both of those options. So the book in question is Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. Now this is a chunky read. Really chunky, like we're talking, oh hell, we're talking like 630 pages. Chunky, but I think is going to be really, really, really good. On the back it says, a treaty sealed in magic, a fate born of monsters, a love foretold by legend. And it's about these monsters that stalk the realm. It's about a princess who finally, I think, throws away her crown and becomes the warrior that she was always destined to be. Also, this has been calling to me. I keep seeing this on my shelf and I'm like, I want to pick this up right away and read it. So we're going to be reading this in June and I cannot bloody wait. We've picked 6 books so far. We have got 3 more to choose. So let's get going. Next up, we have got, where shall we go for on here? I am thinking you're calling to me. A book by a debut author. Ooh, that's a good one. I think I have, again, the perfect book for this. Let me grab it. The book that is going to be absolutely perfect for this prompt is The Book of Heartbreak by Ova Serin. Now this is angels, it's curses, and it's romantasy. I have not read an angels-esque fantasy book in the longest time. The longest. So when I knew this was about angels, I knew it was about curses, and I knew it was romantasy, I was like, no-brainer. No-brainer, and I cannot wait to see what this has in store. Apparently it's also going to break your heart and then put it back together again. My favourite type of book. So if this ticks all the boxes, we are going to be in for such a treat. The premise of this is that our film main character was born cursed. She's already had her heart broken 4 times. If she has it broken a 5th time, it will her. That's the curse. And then her mother sadly passes away, and as those events transpire, it leads her to start asking questions like, why was she cursed? Who did this to her? And is there a way for her to break the curse? And the story proceeds from there. Okay, last 2 coming in hot. We are gonna pick. We're gonna pick. I'm gonna go for you. A book with a love triangle. Oh. Weirdly, I love a love triangle. I love a love triangle. That being said, what have I got that is a love triangle? Guys, I don't think I have a love triangle option. So I fear we're gonna have to pick again. Let's try this one again. Okay, please be good, please be good. I'm gonna go for you. A book you bought for the cover. Ooh. This one I've been saying I'm going to read for bloody ages and I haven't got around to it. And it is actually a book that my best friend has lent me and she keeps being like, Luce, when the bloody hell are you going to read this and stop putting it off? But the cover is absolutely stunning. It's really, really pretty. The book in question is... It's The Crow Lord. And this, just look how pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. One of the prettiest covers I've seen in ages, and it's matte and it's just really nice. And apparently it's just easy to consume vampire fantasy. We're gonna read this month as well. Why not? Looks like we're having a fantasy summer at the moment, because every single book apart from one is fantasy. Okay, you guys, it's the last book. It's the last book. Let's end on a high, shall we? I fear we need a romance. I really, really think we need a romance. Let's go for you. Please be good. What does it say? A book with an animal companion. What? Wait, does this count? Maybe we can get a romance in here with this book. I'm gonna class this as animals because it's a ranch, therefore horses, therefore cowboys. Summer. The Essentials. The Essentials and the Perfect Palette Cleanser. So we are going to be reading this. Live Ranch Love. She's here to sell his ranch, but he might steal her heart, by Emma Lucy. Haven't heard anything about this, but it sounds fun. Sounds like a good, easy time. That is what I need to balance out all of this fantasy that I have picked for June. I'm scared, I'm nervous. This is needed. This is definitely needed, so this is going straight on the list. So these are all of our prompts that we chose for this month, and it has created an incredible lineup that is definitely dominated by fantasy. Definitely dominated by fantasy, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see whether we can bring it back this month, whether there's some potential 5-star reads in there. In fact, I actually need a 6-star read. That's what I need. That's what I'm craving. 6-star read, something that can become my entire obsession and my entire personality, and that's just gonna sweep me off my feet, and that is gonna be all I can think about. I wanna be consumed by a book. That's what I need. So I'm manifesting that for June. I'm saying that's got to be on the cards. So I'm thinking it's a sure thing. Has to be. But thank you so much for joining me for this week's video. I have once again loved picking out this month's reads. I'm thinking next month I'm going to do something different. I have got a couple of ideas and they're going to involve you guys. I want you guys to have your say in terms of what I read and see how that works for a month. In the meantime, I hope you have an absolutely gorgeous, wonderful week. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you at the next one.